video is filled with tons of DIY, tons of inspiration. I can't wait to show you. Let's get to it. It's so much fun going to Dollar Tree and headed to the fall section. It's one of my favorite things to do. We're going to jump right in. These 3 wooden pumpkins I got at the Dollar Tree for $1.25 each. For 2 of them, I'm going to remove the stem, and I'm going to leave it in real time here so you can see how easy it is to remove. I'm just going to use my blade knife, score it a couple of times, and then snap it off. I'll do the same thing to the second one and then sand it off smooth. So what we're going to do with these 3 pumpkins is we're going to create a large pumpkin. So I'm going to take 2 of them, the 2 without the stem, place them in the back, hot glue them together. And then I'm going to take the 3rd one and just place it right on top in the center, a little bit higher than the other ones. This is going to make a really large pumpkin, and it's just going to be a lot more grand. So I'm just going to hot glue again the top one right on top. And then it's time to get messy. I love using caulk to add texture. If you followed me for a while, you know that I love doing this. This caulk is from Dollar Tree. Yes, $1.25 for this caulk. I'm just going to put quite a bit on and then start spreading it. The goal right now is to get everything covered. And then once I have everything covered, I'm going to take my fingers and just kind of swipe in a more circular motion to give it that round effect like a pumpkin. I placed it right in front of a fan and it dried up pretty quickly. So once it was dry, I'm just going to give it 1 coat of Waverly chalk paint in the white. And I'm going to take a quick second here and just show you that texture, that beautiful texture. And it also crackled a little bit, which is even better. I love when I can get a texture like this because it makes everything look much more high-end and custom. I'm going to take some of this Waverly antiquing wax and a small brush, and I'm just going to start highlighting and antiquing all those edges and just adding a few more lines here and there to create a little bit more of texture and character. The distress was a little bit too dark for me, so I am going to mute it down a little bit with a dry rag, and then I'm going to take a little bit of white paint and mute them down even more so that they're more of a detail instead of a sharp, dark line. And this worked really, really well. So now that we have a large pumpkin, we need a large stem. So I'm going to take some aluminum foil and I'm going to start placing it right on the stem. The first one is the hardest one to place on, but once you have it on, it's a matter of just start scrunching it. And then I want it to be thick on the bottom and they get thinner as it goes up. And I'll keep adding aluminum foil until I have the thickness and the length that I want. Once I had it, then I had to twist it and turn it into the shape that I wanted it to look like. I love using this technique. I haven't used it in a while. And now it's time to cover it up with some burlap ribbon. You don't have to use burlap. You can use whatever you have on hand. But I think just the burlap is going to give it that farmhouse look that I'm looking for this pumpkin. So I'm just going to wrap it around over and over again until it's covered. And I'm just going to secure it in the back with hot glue. My friends, if I mentioned that I got something on Amazon, chances are it is on my Amazon store, which is always linked down below. In there, you'll find all of my favorite items from Amazon. And if you follow me there as well, you'll be notified anytime I add any new items. So check it out. It is linked down below. Now that I have the entire stem covered, I'm just going to add 1 more on the bottom. This is just to finish it off and give it a clean look. And again, we're just going to secure it in the back with hot glue, and that's it. I love how this stem turned out. So now that we have a stem that matches the size of the pumpkin, we're going to start adding some florals. I'm going to add a couple of these magnolia leaves that I have left over from other projects. I love these magnolia leaves because they're large, they're very vibrant, and they're very good quality. I think I got these at Hobby Lobby a while ago, and I had a pick left over, and I I've been pulling from it ever since. I'm going to add some of these Dollar Tree florals. I'm just going to keep adding them right underneath the stem there until I see what I like. And I love this pumpkin. It's definitely my favorite from today, which is why I have it first, but you're going to have to let me know what you think. I know it's more of a neutral tone, but remember, you can paint the pumpkin any color you want. Love it.
If you enjoy DIY home decor, this is the channel for you. I post every single week, so make sure that you are subscribed and that you hit that notification bell so you do not miss any of the content.
For the next Dollar Tree DIY, I'm going to take this Thankful and Blessed pumpkin. I'm going to remove everything from it, and then I am going to sand it down just a little bit because it does have a bit of glitter on top. You cannot see it on the camera, but it's there. Sanding it down makes it so much easier. I use my electric sander, but you can certainly use a sanding block from Dollar Tree if that's what you have. Once it's completely sanded down, I do wipe it down really, really well because a lot of that tint from the design does come off, so I want to make sure that no dust is in it. To paint it, I'm going to paint it in this Midnight Blue by Amy Howard at Home Paint. I get it from A Maker Studio, and the link is down below in the description box. I'm going to give it 2 coats. Speaking of A Maker Studio, these reusable stencils, they carry and they are wonderful to work with. I have this one. I've already used it for another project, but I thought it would be perfect for this one. I'm going to remove it just like a sticker and place it right on top of my pumpkin. Then I'm going to press down on it, making sure that it's stuck on it. So you just want to treat it just like a sticker, except it is reusable. So once you're done, you can just wash it and reuse it again. I'm going to use this chalk art ink by A Maker Studio. It's in the white, and I'm just going to use their squeegee and squeegee it on all over the design. It's so easy. I'm telling you, if I can do it, you can do it. So once I had the entire pumpkin covered, I removed the stencil to reveal the beautiful design, and let me tell you, it is breathtaking. I loved it. Friends, I would love to connect with you on Instagram as well as Facebook. I do have both pages linked down below in the description box, so check them out and of course say hi. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I loved it. I let it dry fully, of course, and then now it's time to add a little bit of embellishments. I had this leftover ribbon. It's like a burlap ribbon, and you could tell that it's a leftover one because it's all curled up. I'm going to use it. I'm going to scrunch it up in the middle, tie it into a bow. Very simple, and tie it with some jute string. I'm going to angle cut the ends so that they look nice and neat, and then just hot glue it to the top of the pumpkin. Now I'm going to take these little blue balls. They're like a pick that you can get at Dollar Tree currently in the fall section. I'm just going to cut off 2 pieces and then just place it right underneath while the glue is still a little soft. And then I'm going to place this Dollar Tree flower right on top. I think it looks gorgeous with the design. This one's my favorite too. I just love them all. I love the color. I love that stencil design. And guess what? I can use it over and over again. Love it.
If you are enjoying this video so far, make sure you take a second and give me a thumbs up. A thumbs up really helps my channel grow, and it helps this video reach more people.
For the next Dollar Tree DIY, I'm going to take this blue Grateful pumpkin and remove everything from it. I did try to salvage the Grateful, but it didn't do very well, so I just removed it completely and I had to toss it. And then I did remove some paper from it. And we're going to spray it with these Elmer's adhesive spray right on top. And then we're going to place this fabric that you can actually find at Dollar Tree. Recently, I did an entire video doing fall DIYs using these fabric bundles. So check it out. It is linked down below. Once I had it covered, I'm just going to cut off the excess using my X-Acto knife. I wanted to cover the stem using this nautical rope from Dollar Tree, so I'm just going to start in the front with hot glue, wrap it around, secure it in the back, and then completely wrap it around, hot gluing in the front as needed. I'm now going to take one of these little smaller wooden pumpkins that come in a pack. I love these. You can use these for garlands or any other DIY. I'm going to fill in the little hole using some of this spackle that you can get at Dollar Tree as well. Once it was covered, I did paint it white using Waverly chalk paint in the white. And once it was dry, I did add one of these beautiful, beautiful stickers that you can find at Dollar Tree. It has a very farmhouse look to it. I'm going to find one that fits really well right in front and just right on it, place it. I'm going to cut off some of this foam from Dollar Tree and place it right behind the little pumpkin and hot glue it to the main pumpkin towards the left bottom side. And now I'm just going to add some florals. I'm going to add again some of those leaves that are just beautiful right there on the left hand corner. And then these are some leaves that you can find currently at Dollar Tree. I'm going to cut off a couple of branches and place them right in. I am then going to cut a couple of these beautiful bright, it's like a coral color, and they're from Dollar Tree, and just place them right there. I did add jute string to the back to be able to hang it, but look how stunning this pumpkin looks completely new, completely different, and so inexpensive to make. I love it. DIY, I am going to take this very simple Hello Fall sign from the Dollar General. It was $1, and we are going to give it a brand new look that's going to look like it came from a boutique. I'm going to remove everything from it, which is basically just the little the little hanging wire there with the beads, and we're going to keep them because we're going to put them right back on it. Now I'm going to take the Waverly chalk paint and the moss, and I'm going to give it 2 coats. I let it fully dry, and now I'm going to add one of these thankful wooden words from Hobby Lobby. They came a little bundle of like 8 of them, and I'm going to hot glue it right kind of like towards the top with a little bit of a tilt to it. We're going to take this pumpkin, and at first I thought I'll cut it with the scissors, but using the serrated knife worked beautifully. So now we're going to hot glue that to the bottom of the pumpkin, and then we're going to add the little moss ball. This is it for this one. I love the way this one turned out. Such a small version of it. Dollar Tree carries these in a similar size, and I just love the colors. I love how simple it is to add to any decor. Stunning. Again, another one, so easy. I'm going to use this $3 wooden pumpkin. It also brought these stencils that I thought were pretty cute. We're going to keep them for another project. We're going to remove the portion of the top, like the little string, jute twine string, but we're going to remove it very carefully because I do want to reuse it again. Once I had it removed, I am going to give it 2 coats of that beautiful blue from Rust-Oleum milk paint. Dancing as one. You and me are moving. Make sure we get through this. Let's just keep on dancing as one. Once it was dry, it's time to just stress it a little bit because it has that beautiful black tone underneath. So I'm just going to focus on the edges and a little bit here and there on the center, because we are going to make look a little pumpkin, just a little pumpkin sign that you can place on a wall somewhere. I'm going to take this magnolia leaf that I already had on a pick. It was left over. I'm going to hot glue it towards the right side of the pumpkin. And then I'm going to cut a couple of these little branches from this Target Dollar Spot pick, and I'm going to start placing them facing one each way. And we're just going to make a little arrangement here on the top of this pumpkin using hot glue. And then we're just going to start adding a little one of those pumpkins that, again, from the Target Dollar Spot, right in the center. These little yellow something or other, I'm not sure what they're called. I got them at Walmart during the summer season, but I thought the yellow would look really great to just add a little bit of pop of color. So I'm just going to place 2 of them, one longer than the other. And then these little acorns and little pine cones, I got at Hobby Lobby in a huge little packet. Brought a ton of them. I'm just going to hot glue several of them, as well as a larger pine cone from Hobby Lobby, just to kind of fill it up and just add a little bit more texture. And we're just about done with this one. Now, this one, of course, I didn't get at Dollar Tree, but you can do this design on any of them from Dollar Tree. You can use any color you want. I did replace back on the jute string, but I think this one turned out absolutely beautiful. That color, these tones are so in for fall. They're just stunning. Love them. Alright, so you're gonna have to let me know which one is your favorite. I have to say, still my favorite is this white one and the blue one. I just think they're just so beautiful, but I'd love to hear what you think. Let me know in the comments. If you are visiting for the first time, welcome. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you consider joining our YouTube family. And if you are returning, as always, welcome back. I have a playlist and another video here with tons more of inspiration for you. Click on one of them, check them out. I'll see you later, and have a blessed day. Bye!